What's going on, guys? Nyla Simone here with a very special guest in the building. We got young baby Tate.
Baby Tate.
Oh,
hey.
Just baby Tate?
Yes. I'm not young no more.
Okay, I feel that. Respect. Got it. Baby Tate is in the building. You're so pretty.
Thank you. You're so pretty.
Thanks. Where are you from?
I'm from Decatur, so it's right outside of Atlanta.
Okay, fire. I know exactly where Decatur is because of the Ludacris Georgia song, and it put me on to that thing early on. But it's nice to finally meet you. I've been a fan of you for a while. I was actually really hyped to see you on the track with Jid and 21 Savage.
Yeah, thank you.
I was like, nah, that's hard. I love how they added you. How did that collaboration come about?
It was a very East Side collaboration. But yeah, Jid and I have been friends. Excuse me, let me put some respect on his name. JID and I have been friends for a while. And he hit me one day, was like, I want you to add something to this song. And I was like, okay. And that's pretty much how it happened.
I love that.
Yeah.
Before we get back into the music, let's talk about your outfit today.
Oh.
What's this inspired by? I love this fit.
Thanks. I don't know. This was honestly, I'm on tour right now, so this was like the cutest outfit that I had in my luggage. Everything else is like sweats and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I just like to look cute. I love Hello Kitty.
Okay.
I love pink. It's my favorite color. So,
I was gonna ask you that because you always have pink everything.
Yeah.
Pink is definitely your favorite color.
For sure.
Pink theme. Okay, I need to get here. I have a pink party.
Ooh.
Where everybody comes in pink.
Ooh.
Yeah, I gotta invite you to the next one.
Yes, please.
That'd be dope. But okay, what's your obsession with Hello Kitty?
I don't know. Since a kid, I just have loved Hello Kitty. I think I love cats. I have 2 cats.
Do you really?
I do, yeah.
Never had a dog?
No, I actually don't really like dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you allergic?
No, I'm not allergic.
You
I
just don't like dogs? Okay.
No, I think they're like too hyper for me.
Okay.
Whereas cats, they're like very chill. The most that my cats will ever get hyper is if they're hungry and they're just like, meow, meow, meow. But
yeah.
Other than that, they're really calm. And yeah, Hello Kitty's just like so cute and girly. And yeah, I don't know.
That's dope. So you're a cat mom. I was debating like a year ago between getting a dog and getting a cat. And I had never had either one. I went with the dog, but I wanted to ask because everybody was like, yo, the cat would be better because you're busy.
Yeah.
So is that like, how is it being a cat mom? Like, how often do you have to leave your cats? Like, how long can they go?
So my cats can go one day alone, like nobody in the house checking on them. If I leave them some food, leave them some water, they have a, refillable water bowl. But anything longer than that, I have to get somebody to go watch them and go check in on them. But they don't need to be constantly watched. Like, they poop in their litter box and go on about their day.
That's dope.
Yeah, so with a dog, you definitely, you
got to train them.
Yeah.
And they don't listen. And then, what's your cat's names?
So my oldest cat, her name is Toffee Macchiato. And then my youngest, her name is Coconut Cappuccino.
Yo, wait, where do these names come from? Yo? where did you pull those names from?
I don't even know. Literally, when I saw my first cat, so my cat is, she's like black and brown and like white with some tan speckles on her. So she just reminded me of like toffee, like a toffee crunch.
Okay.
And the macchiato part, it just
fly.
came to me. Yeah, it just sounded like, toffee macchiato. And then with my second cat, I just got her last year, and she's white with like tan on the top. So I was like, oh, what's another food that I can name her, like toffee? And so I came up with coconut, and then I just added the cappuccino for a little spice. And what's crazy is I don't even drink coffee.
I was just about to ask you, like, I feel like Starbucks is going to be cutting you a check for using these names. These names are kind of fly.
They are. No, but I literally don't drink coffee. If I drink coffee, I'll be like jittering.
Jitters?
Yeah.
No energy drinks or anything like that?
Oddly enough, I can do a little bit of a Red Bull, which has way more caffeine than coffee. Yeah. So I don't understand why. And then I can do like a yerba mate or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been doing that on I know you're on tour right now. How has like your sleep pattern been? Have you been having to rely on energy drinks, or are you?
No, You just been
thugging.
I just have to thug it out.
Okay.
But for the most part, I get a lot of sleep on the Sprinter.
Okay.
I a lot of times say, I'm gonna stay up and do something, but I fall asleep every time.
How's that Sprinter sleep going? Your back hurt?
Yeah, absolutely. My back is hurting, my hip acting a little weird, but yeah, when we get to them the next cities, I just try to take a real long hot shower and like kind of massage, because it's definitely not comfortable.
That's hilarious. But is this your first tour?
This is my second tour.
Okay.
My first tour was back in 2018, and I was opening for LaKaylee 47. So this is my second tour, and I'm opening for Charlie XCX, and it's been really dope.
That's super dope. LaKaylee 47. I don't know why people aren't tapped into LaKaylee the way I want them to be tapped into LaKaylee. She's super talented too.
She is.
You guys both are, with the rapping and the singing, and like I guess let's talk about that and your diversity. Were you always planning on being an artist, or like what drew you to becoming a rapper?
Yeah, I think for the most part, this is my only job that I ever wanted to do. When people would ask me like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I think for like 2 seconds I said an astronaut. That's just like some random.
She said for 2 seconds.
I want to be an astronaut. And then I think for a second I wanted to be a teacher, because my grandma's a teacher. She's she was a teacher for 35 years.
Nice.
But for the most part, it was like, I want to make music. I want to be a performer. I want to be a singer. I want to be an entertainer, because I had my mom in front of me every day, singing and doing shows and selling CDs. And I would help her sell her CDs sometimes at her shows. And so I had that example right in front of me, and I knew that it was possible for me. And that's always what I wanted to do.
That's super fly. Did you feel like it was going to be like harder because your mom was already in it? And I guess like expectations, you have to meet a certain level of expectation?
I don't think that ever crossed my mind. I don't think I ever really wanted to necessarily meet up to what my mom did, because we're two different people. We make completely different types of music. And so for me, I actually wanted to come in the game without having my mom be like even a thing. I didn't even really tell people who my mom was.
I had
for
no
a very
idea.
Long time.
Yeah,
because I didn't want people to think like, oh, that's the reason that you in this industry. Your mom pushed you in, and you a nepotism baby, and da 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 da. Because that wasn't the case, and I really worked very hard to get to where I am, off of my own merit. And so I was just like, I'm gonna just do me. I don't necessarily need to live up to what my mom did, because that's what my mom did. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and hopefully whatever my kids decide to do,
they do. Yeah,
it's outside of me.
I love that. What was I gonna? So growing up, who were some artists that you were listening to? Because when I listen to you sonically, I don't think you sound like anybody else, but also it's just a diversity of like rapping and singing, but still having your own lane. So who are some people you listen to?
Growing up, I listened to a lot of Gwen Stefani. I listened to Rihanna. I listened to Nicki. I listened to a lot of SWV and Brandy. I loved 90s R&B. I was like obsessed every time I would go at school when we were on the computers. Pandora, 90s R&B every time. So I listened to a lot of different music though. I loved like the oldies, like Marvin Gaye, Al Green.
I read this article that said that like our generation streams and listens to more 90s music, 80s and 90s music than we do current music.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? That actually makes sense, because I listen to a lot of 90s and R&B. But why do you think that is?
I don't know. It's just there's something so real that it just feels so real about that music that I think a lot of us are missing in today's music. Maybe it has to do with the way they were recording the songs. Maybe it's because it was no auto-tune. I don't know what it was.
True.
But it also brings you back to almost like a nostalgic time, because we grew up, where we were in the tail end of that.
And we're watching the movies.
Right. And so it's just like, oh, wow, I wish I could have been alive during that time, and I'm just going to listen to the music to make me feel like,
I feel that. If you had to pick a decade to like go back and live through for a week, which decade do you think you would pick?
I often say the 90s, but the older I get, the 70s.
Yo, same here. I just recently started getting into like funk and listening to like Ohio Spinners and stuff like that. And I'm like, I really feel like I would like the 70s era.
I think they was having some fun in the 70s, okay? Like, I would love to just, like, go to a party, go to a festival, a concert, anything. Like,
or to be at, like, Woodstock.
Right.
When it first happened.
Right.
I know, like, we have, like, our Coachellas and stuff like that, but I feel like the movement then was just much more, I guess, raw.
Yeah, it was no phones, no filters on stuff. It's just like real life. Yeah.
Nah, that's fly. I'm happy you said the 70s. Do you listen to funk and stuff like that?
I do. I like a lot of like late 70s, early 80s.
Okay.
Like almost disco. But yeah, I love all music, literally.
Do you see yourself doing like a disco type of project?
I don't know if I could do a whole project, but a couple of songs, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Now that'd be fly. Since you're so diverse, you could do a whole rap album. You could do a whole singing album. You could do, like, do you have any musical goals in regards to that?
Well, yeah, this next project that I am about to put out this year is half rap and half R&B.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of people know me as a rapper, and I want to make sure that people also know me as a singer and to know that I do both equally as well. And so for me, it's just like getting into the R&B space way more heavily, and being respected in that space, and then also like continuing to be respected in rap. But I eventually want to be able to do everything. Rihanna's one of like my biggest influences, and I just love how every album there is literally every genre on it. She's got a country song, a pop song, a reggae song, a hip hop, and I want to be able to do that as well. But first I want to make sure people know we doing both of these. It's giving duality.
That's a really good point. She did give us a country song. No, she really did. Yeah. Never thought about that. And yeah, it's funny you say that because I guess a lot of times, or how I got put onto you was through a feature or a few features you did, and they're both rap features. So then when I went and listened to your project, I was shocked. I was like, oh shit, she sings, and she sings really well. It's not like I'm singing this hook on autotune.
Right.
Like, I was actually really surprised about that. So that's dope. So how's the tour life been? I guess like feedback city to city. What would you say is your favorite city so far?
Tour has been great. I love performing almost more than I love doing anything else in life. So every time I get out on that stage, no matter how tired I'm feeling, no matter how under the weather I might be feeling, I am having a great time. I think the audience is having a great time as well. And it's just been great to be in all of these like huge rooms. These rooms are the biggest rooms I've performed in so far. And I've gotten a lot of great feedback from everywhere. But I think Atlanta was great. That's my hometown. So like I got so much love there. Philly was also really dope. We just did that a couple of days ago. And like we just left Boston yesterday. I'm really excited for the New York show. We have 2 New York shows because the first one sold out, so we had to add another one.
That's gonna be crazy.
I'm super excited for that as well. But everywhere has been great. Yeah.
I'm coming to that. I hope New York is your most turned city.
I hope so too. Fingers crossed. We're gonna see.
Yeah. And I was gonna say something in regards. What did you say? I just have a brain fart. What did you just say? And I was like, you said something about Atlanta show. Performing. Oh, yes. I was going to say, since you knew what you've always wanted to do, which is to perform, like, since a kid, have you been, like, in dancing classes and stuff like that? You were?
Yeah. I grew up, actually, in performing arts education.
I love that.
So, from 3rd grade all the way up to 12th grade, I was in performing arts school. And I also did some stuff outside of school. So, yeah, my mom, when she saw that, like, my child is talented and my child is interested in these things and is putting chairs together and acting like it's a stage and performing in front of us, she went ahead and put me in these spaces so that I could really foster my talents.
I love that. Yeah. So totally see acting in your future.
Yeah. I was a drama major in high school because I figured like, well, I kind of already know how to sing, but I want to like really learn acting, and I want to get into it more. I had this one audition and I got really far, but I didn't get the part, so it's okay. But I think hopefully next year we'll see some Baby Tate acting.
I would love that. Or even I feel like you would do great live, like on Broadway.
You know, that's interesting that you say that. My school, because like it was performing arts, we had a lot of musical theater things and a lot of Broadway shows that we would do off Broadway. Obviously, we're in high school.
Yeah.
But I never got a role in any of the plays or any of the musicals that we did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so I always kind of felt discouraged from like going into the musical theater sector of life. I just felt like, dang, is this something that I'm missing? I don't know.
Well, you know,
I was giving the girls what it was supposed to give.
I feel like everything happens for a reason, so maybe it's just not the time.
True.
You know, maybe it's like, you know, focus on her music and her career first. That way you're super polished when it's time to switch over. That's all that is.
Yeah.
It's all on God's time and not ours.
Okay, look.
Yeah. But and something I also really respect about you is I remember, I think this was like 2 years ago now, or maybe 3. Because of COVID, I can't with the years.
Girl, literally.
But you were getting a lot of backlash on Instagram, and they were like body shaming. And it's like, I'm the type of person, I'm going to wear what I want, I'm going to do what I want, and I really respect the fact that you do the same thing as well. So I guess, what are some things that keep you so grounded and not even bothered by that type of like feedback and reaction from people?
You know, I'll be honest, a lot of times I do get bothered, but I don't show people that, because I know that there are so many people that are looking up to me, even if they don't know that they're looking up to me. I'm literally setting an example for so many people. So when someone is saying something about my body, yeah, it bothered me, which is why I clapped back immediately. Like, first of all, a lot of people say, oh, we love that you're like body positivity. And I like to say that I'm about body acceptance, because you don't have to like my body. You don't have to be positive about it. You don't have to love it. You don't have to like the way that my stomach rolls. You don't have to like the way that my butt sits. But what you are going to have to do is accept it, because this is my body and that is your body, and I'm going to accept yours no matter what my opinion on it might be. And so I think I stay kind of grounded by refocusing myself. Like, I understand that you're saying something to me negatively because there's something about me that is making you uncomfortable.
They're
but
projecting.
It's not me.
Yeah.
You're projecting something onto me, and I'm just going to reflect that back and add some positivity on top of it, because it's honestly not my responsibility.
Yeah. Like you said, I like that you represent, and we do, like, it's respectable. I see that, and I'm like, damn, all right, cool, so I don't have to go get a BBL. It just feels good. Yo, it feels so good to see people like me.
Yeah, and it's like, you don't have to go get a BBL, but you can if you want to.
Exactly.
I'm not down in nobody that goes and gets work done, just the same that I would wish that people are not downing the people that don't get work done.
Yeah.
You know, everybody should just be able to do what they want with their body.
And this era is just so much pressure to, like, be perfect for this internet shit that's not even real.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, and even meeting you in person, like, I'm so happy you're a smart, sane, healthy person. You meet a lot of people who aren't like that, for real. But so let's pivot into music. You got this new single out with Cali.
Yes.
Let him out.
Again. Yes.
Yo, I'm like, nah, they're going so hard. Slut them out. That's how you feel. What were y'all on? What type of time was y'all on when y'all made that?
Look, so I don't even know. Sometimes things just come out of me. I don't know where they came from.
Was this from Girl Talk? Like, bitch, you ain't gonna believe I had him over.
No, so Callie's actually on the remix of the song.
Oh, okay.
And the original song, I created for the most part while I was on Instagram Live. I had like part of the hook already recorded, and a lot of times I don't do this anymore because people be like screen recording and leaking songs, but I would play stuff that I'm like, I should work on this, or what do you guys think about this? I like to be very interactive with my fans, and the beat for Let 'Em Out came on, and I was like, oh yeah, I did do something to this, let me finish it. And so I just started writing literally on live, just one take, like, okay, all right, blah 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 blah, okay.
You made the whole thing on live like that?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
I did. The people that saw it, that was a blessing for them. But yeah, I made the whole thing on live. I got off live for a second, went and made the second verse, and then came back and played it. Yeah.
That's fly.
Thank you.
That's really fly. I like that you can be that interactive with your fan base, like in the moment, because then you know what you're feeding them. I feel like a lot of people be like, I don't want to do this because they might not like it, and this, that, and the third. Do you feel like having that access is really helpful? Because you said you're going to stop now. But I feel like that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I have to just monitor and kind of rein in the way that I'm doing it. Because I just love making music, and a lot of times I just love to share it. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, let me play this one song. Oh my gosh, I love this other song too. But it always feels good to have like that immediate response, like, oh, this is a hit. You need to drop this.
Yeah.
It feels great to be able to see that in real time.
Yeah.
You
know? Just random. What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Taurus.
Yes.
Okay. You're very animated.
What's yours?
I'm a Leo.
Okay.
Yeah. But a Cancer moon. So I feel like I get along with a lot of earth signs.
Probably. I mean, I have an Aries moon that might
fire.
The animation
yeah.
that you're seeing. Yeah.
That makes sense. All right, so what do you see, or what would you like your legacy to be? Like 5 years from now, I can play this back and be like, she said she's gonna do that and she did. Like,
oh wow. I honestly hate this question so bad.
Oh, okay.
Cause no, I'm gonna answer it anyways, but it just puts so much pressure on me. But I think I truly just want my legacy to be a person who was not afraid to do everything that she set her mind to. A person that inspires so many, and that was respected in every genre of music. A person that is a fashion icon and mogul, and also an actress. I want to eventually get the whole EGOTs. I want an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. And yeah, you know, this new stuff that I'm putting out, I'm just trying to make sure that I'm teetering on both sides of the line. So this new single that we're dropping, the Queen Pack.
Okay.
Is another R&B and rap duo. And I want people to, in the end, be like, dang, she was really like that, you know, in both sectors. So, yeah, I guess that's my 5-year goal.
I love it. I love it, and I respect it. Do you find yourself getting boxed in at all? Like, are there people boxing you in, or is that still a thing?
I think it is still a thing.
Okay.
I think it's so odd. People like halfway want you to continue doing what you've been doing forever, but then they also will say, oh, you keep doing the same thing, you're not changing. And so it's weird, and I just try to completely ignore it and do what it is I feel is best for me.
It is a weird thing too, because I feel like I'm guilty of that with my favorite artists. I'm like, but it's not, you know, that first mixtape I heard from you, you know what I mean? And it's really just that moment in time that I was so in love with, like the feeling of discovering you and the feeling of loving it. I think that I'd be missing sometimes. But again, I really have no idea how that affects the artist. Like, how do you even maneuver? You just kind of go what feels good.
Yeah, you got to, because if you try to please everybody, like, you're not going to please yourself at the end of the day. You're like just going to pull your being all these places and not be able to satisfy yourself. So it's like there are people that love my old music. I actually just was talking about this the other day on Twitter. Like, oh, I love your old music. It was so much more fun than your new music is. And I'm like, I was 19 years old, so yeah, it's gonna be more fun. I'm about to be 26. Like, what do you want from me? But at the end of the day, the new music I'm creating is still fun. It's just a little bit more mature. Yeah. Because I've grown, and I would hope so. Yeah. I would hope that in the span of 5-6 years, 7 Jesus, that I would have grown. Yeah. Otherwise, why am I here?
Nah, you're right. There are some artists that don't grow, or they might grow like outside of the music, but the music stays the same. Yeah. But then they stay where they're at. You know what I mean? So I think that's dope. Ignore everybody who says stuff like that too. That I'm super excited for what's to come. I'm excited for the show tonight. When is the new song dropping?
So the Queen Pack is 2 songs. The R&B song is called Yes Queen.
Okay.
And then the rap song is called Dancing Queen, and that drops April 29th.
That's
so
fly.
Next Friday.
I like the theme.
Yeah.
Queen Pack. Yes Queen.
And Dancing Queen.
That's fly. Are you flipping the original Dancing Queen on it?
I'm not, actually. I don't even say Dancing Queen in the song. I don't really remember why I named it that. Well, I say like Earthquake got whole shook, I got the whole world dancing. So it's like, yeah.
And because it's the Queen Pack, so it's that.
Well, honestly, I created all of these songs separate from each other. But because the project that I'm putting out this summer, hopefully, is a dual-sided project, and it's half R&B and half rap, we wanted to make sure that the singles also reflected that. Gotcha. And so these were just literally 2 songs I created at random times, and I decided that would be cool if we put them together, and it's like the queens, the 2 queens together, the Yes Queen and the Dancing Queen.
I like that. So what is like your recording process? Like, are you a writer? You write all the time, or do you do anything like freestyling? I remember somebody I was just speaking to yesterday was like, sometimes it's just good to do it all in one take because you keep like the originality of the song.
Yeah.
Like, what's your process like?
My process changes with every song. So, for instance, with Dancing Queen, the way I made that, I literally just went in the booth and kind of started freestyling. I would tell my engineer, all right, stop. Let me think of another line. All right, boom. All right, let me think. All right, boom. And then with Yes Queen, that's a song that I wrote with Prince Charles. And so I'll go in and lay down some melodies, and then I come out and we write to them. So it differs every time. I think a lot of times in rap, it's more so about the words, and with R&B, it's more so about the melodies and the emotion.
Yeah.
So it's just always like kind of different for me.
Dope. I respect it. Well, it was really nice to meet you.
You too.
Shout out your Instagram. Let everybody know where they can follow you.
Okay. You can find me everywhere at I'm Baby Tate. So that is the letter I, the letter M, BABYTATE. And yeah, look out for my new music.
Dropping soon. Until next time, guys. Peace.